I'm Nia Nikita.
I'm Terrence Shay.
And we are
Melanin in the Media.
So we have decided to create a YouTube channel just because Corona is taking over our lives.
It stopped our bag.
So, we have to get back in our bag somehow. Podcast coming soon. Stay tuned. Episode 2. But we need to keep the people satisfied in the meantime.
We literally don't have access to the podcast studio that we was using. So, we're just trying to adapt.
We tried to get in. We tried to break in School Number today.
And
we
they
locked
serious.
us out. And we almost got arrested.
We was almost there, though. We was almost in there.
Yeah.
So, we had to... This is Plan B.
Plan B.
But we're still going to try to,
Plan B.
Bring out the content.
But I feel like we're just going to expand our bag. You feel me? So, the YouTube channel is y'all can probably get to know us on more of a personal level. It's going to be more character. We're also going to be doing Instagram lives. YouTube might do a book review or something like that. More personal, more goofy.
It's a minor setback for a major comeback.
Yeah, the government tried to stop our bag.
They really did. Ever since Corona, man, shit just been out the window.
We'll be talking about Corona and how it affects the inaccessibility of college education, even though it's already inaccessible.
Yeah,
is that how you say it?
And
being broke in college.
Yes,
being broke in college.
Being broke in college.
Where do we start?
We should start being broke in college.
I've been broke my whole life. I didn't know I was broke until I came to college. I thought everyone was on food stamps.
I swear to God. I didn't know I was broke till I came here.
No, but seriously, I feel like if someone does not choose to go to college, I don't feel like it should be held against them. Because I feel like, especially in black communities, it's always get an education. But for me, and I had some things happen in my life that probably is why my life the way it is. But if I knew what I knew now, 3 years ago, I would not have came to college. These institutions really are not meant for you to succeed unless you're white and rich. Not to say that we still shouldn't try to pursue them, but what I'm going through right now, financially, mentally, and even physically, it's not what. Given I'm only 19, I'm young, but this is not something that I wanted to experience. I feel like if I would have stayed home, maybe even explore other options. Don't get me wrong, I'm here now, fuck it, right? But I don't feel like I would have came here. College is so expensive. Literally, if you don't have rich parents, it's so hard. I'm already $45,000 in debt.
Girl, I need to check. I don't want to know.
Girl, I'm always checking. I'm $45,000 in debt.
My baby checking
and
too.
I'm only a sophomore, so I have 2 more years. So and that's going to double by the time I graduate, and then double by the time I even get to pay it back.
Now you're just giving me anxiety.
Yes. Then they give you these little work study ass jobs.
You work 10
you come to work
hours a
10
week.
hours a week, and they pay you minimum wage. Your checks be $165. What the fuck am I gonna do with $165? So my rent is $620. My phone bill $70. Let's not forget that I need tampons.
That's another thing. No, because
I need tampons, deodorant. They just assume that all your money is going to that. You have to take out a loan just to get ahead, and then the loan be one day money back.
Nah, it's like any other institution. There's a series of obstacles that you have to get over in order to succeed, and that's why I also feel like. That's why I'm interested in where race and class intersect.
I am too.
Yeah.
Because I feel not to associate race and wealth, but at a certain point you kind of see where they do intersect and how they do align. A lot of my friends who are black and come from very well-off homes, due to their socioeconomic status, they did not experience what most blacks experience, letting them forget, but not be aware that they're black. Even kids that I socialize with or meet at OU, they'll be how you see I'm the only 2 black girls in the class. Let's go say to her. I literally talked to this girl And she was like, oh, I didn't grow up with black people. I live in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Which is, like, fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But she's lived in a very well-off community. And because of that, she literally does not know what it means to be black. Like, she's in college trying out all this other shit. She's like, I didn't know people were so fucking racist, or I didn't know that, like, you guys went through this. Like, I'm just like, what, did you think this was good? Yeah.
And then that's why, like, representation only goes so far when getting a seat at the table, because the obstacles that get in the way when, you know, race and class intersect can bar people from lower income communities and from, you know, bigger city areas from getting that voice and getting that getting that platform. So yeah, when I got here, I was like, everybody is so different. Like, it really makes you realize that just because, like, people look like you does not mean that they're like you.
Yeah, all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. But also, I just feel like people just, especially from my family, like, I don't come from a very close, well-knit family, My family is the kind of person, like, oh, I see them, like, oh, I see she's on Instagram happy, so maybe she's just fine, or she just took a picture looking cute, so she's good, or, oh, she just got Dean's List, so she good. Not to say that, like,
no, your family will assume because you're in college that you're good and great and you're going to be big things.
Families think just because you're in college, that means you're automatically successful.
No.
And I think it's because families, well, particularly in my family, none of them really, like, experience, like, the traditional college experience, that they don't really know, like, how hard it is to do this. So, like, they don't know that, like, at one point in time I was working 2 jobs, like, I'm paying everything on my own. I don't have health insurance. I don't have, like, the government literally took my food stamps away because they said I had to be pregnant or work 25 hours to get them, when it's realistically, like, how the fuck can I work 25 hours? But then I already told her, like, it's a work study job. If I work study, I can still get it. But this bitch gave me the runaround, so it's just like,
not the runaround.
She did.
She
and so
did
it's
give
like,
you the runaround.
so it's like, it's always something, and I feel like families don't do that. And also on top of that, I feel like now, being in, like, 2020, we're starting to, like, end this stigma with mental health. And I feel like mentally being in college is draining and it's stressful. Like, whether it's finals or just worrying about how you're going to make do, like, it's hella pressure. And especially, like, this being in college and your family is assuming that you're good. Like, that, I feel like, to me, for me, I experience a certain amount of pressure. Like, I have to do good. I have to do this, because if I don't, it's like, or it's what they expected, kind of, but then they already assume I'm doing good, so that's like a whole nother pressure.
This can break you because everybody can agree, any college student can agree that this shit is hard and it's draining. Imagine being responsible for yourself and every single aspect that goes into your well-being while trying to make good grades. And it's like, oh, it's not like poor me or anything, but, like, there are a lot of students who are literally able to just, like, focus on school. So when you add that aspect of, like, trying to make ends meet at the same time, it's very easy to, like, lose yourself. And that's why I'm kind of like, you just see it with how everybody switched to, like, online learning with this corona thing, because I got emails from my school and from my professors, and they were like, okay, well, we're switching to online learning, like, we'll start at home, like, on this day or whatever. But, like, little did they know, I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have access
my laptop,
to the...
I always tell people my laptop's sick.
Her laptop is sick. Like, I don't have one.
The laptop I had since I was, like, 14 or 15. I think I got it.
Them HPs be sticking around.
Yeah, they do, but my mouse don't work. My screen is really, like, lifting, like, and let's say don't get me wrong though, like, I feel like the school is providing, like, resources. Like, the school is providing resources. It's just the fact that
you had to reach out and let them know that, like, that everybody doesn't have that ability. And
I feel like that is like that with everything. Like, to get rid of corona, I literally went to the financial aid office because they screwed over my financial aid this semester. I was heartbroken. I was crying. I was literally like depressed and stuff for like a whole week. I'm like, I could have stayed in fucking Cleveland and went to Tri-C and been a fucking manager at Arby's and been making twice as much, and then came here. This bitch in financial aid gonna tell me that you don't need more money than the cost of attendance or some shit, and I didn't even have that. And I'm like, that's not a fair statement for you to make, given that I'm really registered as like an independent student. You think that they would I would have more needs? No, they don't give a fuck about me at all.
What?
like college is. I think that's why. Not to say that students shouldn't go to college, but I feel like us as people, when we hear someone is not going to college, it's just like, what the fuck? You're not going to college?
What
like,
you doing there? You don't got no
But
plan.
like, I think there's nothing wrong with exploring like secondary options because they're cheaper. They're probably gonna make more than me. What a journalist makes $40,000 a year, $35,000 a year. So I feel like even if that is the case, like it's nothing wrong with that. We just as a whole just feel like education, but we don't understand the factors that go into it. Like they don't really explain it well. Like my school, we did like financial aid workshops, like kind of, and I literally took my dad to every one, and he still didn't even understand how shit worked. So, yeah. Especially with like Corona now, especially being in college, like this shit is definitely affecting me. I've been trying not to like,
depressing.
Yeah, I've been trying not to think about it because the job I did have
closed,
didn't pay shit, and they closed. So now it's kind of like, well, I'm already broke, so where am I gonna work at? They closed all the restaurants.
They closed
everything. Everything is closed.
But then, like,
Corona is on a world tour.
Getting up, Corona is on the world tour. That bitch was on the motherfucking. She's on the cruise ships now. But getting up and going to class and like having that fill my day, I'm starting to realize just how much like that was a part of like my mental well-being.
But I need a refund on everything. I need a refund.
Girl, because it's not
I need a refund for don't they take money out for in case people still do that in hall?
They do 100.
Run me that shit back.
Yeah,
I need
no, because we're not learning
I need
shit. We just doing
services.
busy work now.
Oh yeah, and also I'm the type of person who, like, I literally enjoy learning, and even though I might complain that shit might be hard, I enjoy like actually learning. So I feel like the fact that they're taking everything away, like they're like professors are condensing the material to benefit us, but I just feel like
we're just not getting our money's worth right now, and they need to just give us that damn A, B, whatever, because
pass or fail.
We're not getting
4.0 me right now.
How? Tell me, y'all. I had to drop this gym class because why they was trying to teach me volleyball online. But what? Like, why would you even still like? No, I really want my money back. And not to mention my pity party. I graduate in May, or so I thought.
And they canceled my fucking internship.
Graduation gone. Internship gone.
And my internship didn't start till May. I literally was working so hard. That's like a whole year of a whole summer of experience. Like I was gonna do DC or scripts in DC this summer, and then scripts in LA next summer because I want to own my own media company. So I'm like, oh, I get my journalism experience and I get my media experience. But no, they want to fuck the motherfucking shit up.
I'm not even gonna lie, self-esteem went down the drain. Fucking motivation went down the drain. Like everything that, I don't want to just sound like I'm complaining, but like people, I think there's so many factors that people don't think about. Like everything that we were looking forward to and like grinding towards, like trying to get to is gone. So it's kind of like, okay, like what do we do now?
Yeah, that was our little rant.
That was our rant, but
so our YouTube video, like I said, our YouTube is like more personal, more character. Maybe like different topics. You guys can also like suggest topics we want to have at. Stay tuned on our Instagram because
it'd be going
Melanin in the motherfucking media. Can't stop our bag.
Nope, we adapt.
Period. So this is me talking to her while you talk with us. I'm Nikita.
I'm Taryn Shay.
And we are
Melanin in the media.